We spent the whole of last week looking at Daniel chapter 2, verse 1. Going to verse 2, what we see is that Nebuchadnezzar began to take action. What he could have done in verse 1, he began to do in verse 2. And only when he began to do it in verse 2 did he come out of depression, right? I've been in depression, and anybody that's been in depression can give you their own story. But this is my own story. When I was in depression, I was hoping and wishing that God would come and pick me out of the pit. God never did. Right? God never did. 2 times I've been in depression for 2 years. Each time I'll just pity party, expecting God will just have pity on me. Will just come down and just change the situation. Maybe magic would happen. Suddenly I'll feel happy. But God never did. It never happened that way. Had several people pray for me, man of God, pray. Nothing happened. Even they themselves got tired. Maybe I was trying to take away their shine because whatever they were doing was not working. There were those that were not even picking my calls anymore. But that never happened. I got out of depression because I took the bull by the horn and got myself up. God will not bring you out of depression. That's why people stay in depression. It doesn't matter how anointed you are. You can stay for the rest of your life. It will not change God. Because what he expects you to do, he has already told you what to do, is pick up yourself and walk. Pick up your clothes, pick up your mat and walk. Right? You can imagine Jesus going to the pool of to that pool and telling that man, pick up your mat and walk and go home. If the man sat down there expecting Jesus Christ to be the one to pull him up, he probably will never come. He will never get his healing. Right? In everything that God does, that is called a miracle. Let's say part for God and the part for you. It's not magic. Magic, you don't need any parts. You think we just do magic will happen. But God is not a magician. He needs us to be a part of the process. That's what's called a miracle. Jesus Christ turned water into wine. Jesus Christ could have turned an empty vase into wine now. Water would just come from heaven. But he told them to go and fill the pot, first of all. Why didn't he just say, let wine be in the pot? And they'll just go and pour from the empty pot and wine will come out. He did not do that. There was a part they had to play for the miracle to occur, right? And that's the problem when we preach this devilish, demonic L message of destiny helper. It's not of God. You will not find any part in the Bible that tells you about that, right? Everything that we need to win in this life, we already have. What we don't have, we don't need. And until we use what we have, we will not get what other things we might need. Because that's not just the way God works. But somehow people have just forged a message to coin it. You will not find that from Genesis to Revelation, where God will show you how a destiny helper comes to play. God's way is use what you have. Use what you have. That will take you to the next step. And whatever you need in that next step, God will provide. Ever before you need it. You have everything you need. And you must make the move. Until you make that move, you're not going to go to the next level of your life. So in verse 2 that we see that Nebuchadnezzar had to do something for him to leave the state of not being able to sleep to a place where he could now reign over the issues of his life. I'll stop there. We'll continue tomorrow. God helping us. Anything I did not say right, any question, anything anyone wants to add?
On this issue of depression.
Yes.
On a serious note, depression is real.
Yes.
I also went into depression immediately after my failed marriage, my first failed marriage.
Why you say first? Are you expecting to have another one?
Because yes, definitely I will have another one. But you're
going to have another failed marriage. No, I understand, but you didn't say it correctly. You said the first failed marriage. There was not going to be a second failed marriage.
No, there is no second.
Then just a failed marriage. All right, don't call it first. All right, better.
In the sense that before one went into it, I prayed about it. And at the end of the day, I experienced all I did. Without discovering that I was into depression, I did not discover. But what I would say was that I started eating native chalk. I was eating native chalk. I was eating gari. I was not eating food. Somebody asked me if I was pregnant. I said no. She stopped selling. I went to another store. Those people also discovered that I was just eating it for the fun of eating. They stopped selling to me. I'll now go to Oyigbo to buy. I now started buying until I knew I was not helping. Somebody told me that, hey, this is very, very, very dangerous to the health. But I kept doing it. It seemed as if you are sinking in a ship. You are sinking, and you can't just help yourself. For 2 years, I was praying at the same time I was not praying. Until one day, I said the only thing I was just crying out for help. God help me. God help me. I knew this state that I was isn't what the state I want to be. I just kept shouting, God, please help me. Until finally I got out of the situation. It took a while, but I was fine. Outwardly, people would see, oh, you are good, everything is fine, everything is rosy, oh, you are enjoying. But inwardly, I was not myself. So depression, like I say, is real, but the only person that can help you get out of it is just God. That's all I can say. Just God out of it.
It's God and yourself. Exactly. You have to do some things. God will do his part, but you have to do some things. God alone cannot get you out. You alone cannot get out. You need God and yourself. Yes. Yeah. You're true. I've been in it two times, two years. I have a total of 4 years experience. So I know everything you're talking about. I didn't read it in a book. I've been there. So you are very correct. Yeah. But thank God you're out of it. And but you must learn all the lessons. You must learn all the lessons that took you to it. Exactly. That's the critical thing. Yes. So that it will only be that it happened. We're not going to have a second occurrence.
That's true.
You will have new lessons to learn, but you must not repeat the old mistakes. That's critical. Yeah. So I need to see the vibrant, lovely, beautiful Loretta I've always known. No devil is going to take that away. That's an agreement, Abi.
That's all.
I'll keep on saying the lovely, beautiful, glorious Loretta I've always known, full of life.
I'm going to share my testimony. My eye is corrected, though.
Oh, awesome, great. We give God praise. I'm happy to hear that.
I will send the picture. I will send the testimonies.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody on this platform.
Awesome. We're happy to hear that. Well,
yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for blessing us with your fellowship and your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. Auntie Beauty, anything to add? I hear you.
I just wanted to thank God for that testimony, that a lot will be going on with us and people don't really understand. We thank God that the Holy Spirit, that dwells within us, is able to be that comforter for us. As I was praying this morning, I had that unction again that we should just press in onto Him. Most times we want to do things by ourselves, and we lack that knowledge that the Holy Spirit is indwelling, is resident in us, and He is the one that guides. He is the one that empowers. He is the one that gives us that power, that quickening power that we need. Is with us. We're never